Hi everybody, my name is Stefano and welcome to this introduction class about open tunings. I approached open tunings around 5 years ago and for very practical reasons. Traveling all the time, I was forced most of the time to travel with only one guitar. And after a while, I get it so frustrated and tired of messing around with the tuners during concerts, according if I wanted to play open, to play slide, or if I want to play standard, to play regular songs. So at a certain point I decided to play only with one tuning, and for some reasons I found the magic word of open tuning extremely fascinating since the beginning. It was not easy to find informations out there about how to play with open tunings exclusively. I wanted more than just sliding around or playing with bars. I wanted to play the exactly same things that I was playing on standard tuning. I wanted to replicate on the guitar with open tuning. So I forced myself to relearn playing guitar again, and I found very useful to use the method of imitation. I was playing my favorite licks and chords on a guitar with standard tuning, and then I was trying to imitate them on a guitar with open tuning. I found it very helpful. I'm a blues and soul musician, but my background is in bluegrass and jazz studies. You can imagine that for me it was not exactly immediate to switch from a tuning to the other, because I was trying to bring on the new tuning not only bars and sliding, but also jazzy voicings and bluegrass licks. So these classes will talk about my approach to open tuning and how I made it to achieve certain things. And so we will figure out how to play chords, jazzy voicings, blues licks, country bluegrass licks, and so on. Now let me give you some examples of what I mean for imitation. I will play some of my favorite licks with a guitar in standard tuning, and then I will play them again with a guitar on open tuning. On the next class we will approach two different open tunings, open G and open D. But for the moment the examples I'm going to give you are in open D. To make it easier for you to understand the concept of imitation, I'm putting a capo on the guitar I'm using for the open tuning on the second fret. So this guitar right now is tuning open E. So let's go back quickly to OpenD. This is just an introduction class, but I want to give you a quick tip, very easy, that is going to help you figuring out how it works with OpenTuning, in this case OpenD. So this tip was very helpful for me, and I'm sure it will be also for you. So first of all, let me show you this. The first two strings in OpenD are root note and fifth, so D and A. And these two notes are exactly the same of the fourth and the fifth string, just one octave lower. Now, the fact of having same notes but one octave lower, it makes a huge difference, and it makes your life very easier, because first of all, you can play exactly the same thing in exactly same positions. And I'm talking about licks, but I'm also talking about chords. Now, chords is where the magic happens, because if you play a chord in the lower register or in the higher register, pressing the same frets, it makes a huge difference. Let me show you what I'm talking about. The real magic happens with chords. Now, I'm a blues player, so I'm totally addicted to seventh chords, dominant chords. Playing seventh chords on open tuning is pretty easy, because you just basically need one finger. So if we are in open D, our seventh is C, and it's here. Second string, third fret. The same note, of course, is on the fifth string, same fret. Very different mood. It's even better if you start adding colors to the chords. For example, the ninth, a beautiful 7/9 chord. I really like this chord. This kind of open tuning is a major triad. If you see, we have root note, fifth, root note one octave up, major third, fifth, and root note again one octave up. So it's a major triad. It can be tricky when we play minor chords, but for blues and rock is definitely, and for sliding of course, is great, because actually we can play all around with bars, but we want more than this, right? So let's figure out, for example, where are others major third? Well, one, for example, is here. Fourth fret, first string. For the same reason, it will be also here, same fret, fourth string. Now, this note is really useful because we can do, for example, 1/7 chord playing this octave. And of course, it's not the same of doing like this, because in this case we have this note singing. The major third is the highest note and it's singing, right? It totally has no sense to play this instead, because this note repeated with this one is the same note. So how can we make it useful? For example, let me show you this little groove. We have here on the 5th fret, we have the 11th, right? So 7th, 11th, and right now a movement that every guitar player, every blues guitar player, rock guitar player will love. Minor third going to major third. Oh yeah, automatically you can say oh yeah. In this case it totally has sense to play the third here now, because we can do this. So let me play for you this pattern on the 2 different octaves, and let's see the difference. difference? In my opinion, this pattern on the higher octave is more related, I feel it more connected to a solo part. This one on the lower octave, for me, is more connected to rhythm. There is more groove in it. But it's just my feeling, both sounds great to me. So thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you liked this introduction. So stay tuned. See you next class.